Tyla and Ayra Starr. Is there really beef between Africa's two young queens? Tyla and Ayra Starr are two of Africa's biggest young female stars, but the internet has turned them into rivals. Fans constantly argue about who is bigger, who has the better music, and who is winning internationally. But here's the question. Are Tyla and Ayra Starr actually beefing? Or did the internet create a rivalry that doesn't even exist? Let's find out. Before fans started comparing them, Tyla and Ayra Starr were simply two young African artists building their careers. Tyla was making waves internationally with her Amapiano-inspired sound, while Ayra Starr was becoming one of Nigeria's biggest young Afrobeat stars. And instead of competing, they actually collaborated on Girl Next Door. So where did the rivalry come from? Both artists continued growing international. Ayra Starr was gaining attention for Grammys. Tyla won the first ever Grammy for Best African Music Performance for Water, beating a category that also included Ayra Starr, Burna Boy, Davido, and Asake. That moment changed the conversation. Fans began comparing their achievements, popularity, music, fashion, and international success. The rivalry wasn't necessarily between the artists. It was between their fans. As the comparisons became louder, people started asking, who is bigger? Who is more successful internationally? Who represents Africa better? Who has the bigger global future? But Ayra Starr didn't exactly embrace the rival. She previously described Tyla as her homegirl and G. That doesn't sound like two artists preparing for war. Yet the comparisons continued. There was no major diss track between Tyla and Ayra Starr. No confirmed public declaration that they hate each other. Instead, fans turned almost every achievement into a competition. When Tyla won something, people compared her to Ayra. When Ayra achieved something, people brought Tyla into the conversation. And then another moment reignited everything in 2026. After the 2026 Met Gala, Rihanna shared a video featuring Ayra Starr's song, Who's Dat Girl? That immediately sparked another wave of online discussion. Some fans interpreted Rihanna's choice as support for Ayra Starr. Others connected it to the ongoing Tyla comparisons, and even suggested Rihanna was throwing shade at Tyla. But there was no solid evidence that Rihanna was intentionally sending a message to Tyla. That part is speculation. The debate continued. Tyla's fans defended her. Ayra Starr's fans defended her. And what started as two successful African artists being compared turned into a much bigger Nigeria versus South Africa conversation. Meanwhile, Tyla and Ayra Starr continued focusing on their own careers. So, is there really beef between Tyla and Ayra Starr? The evidence says not really. They have collaborated. Ayra Starr has publicly pushed back against comparisons with Tyla. There has been no major confirmed personal feud between them. What we do have is an extremely competitive online conversation between two fan bases. And maybe that's the real story. Tyla doesn't need to lose for Ayra Starr to win. Ayra Starr doesn't need to lose for Tyla to succeed. They are both young African women taking African music to a global audience. So perhaps the biggest rivalry isn't between Tyla and Ayra Starr at all. It's between the people arguing about them.